Don't leave me. He left me. Welcome, you guys. It's Monday. We're back at it. And it's lunchtime, so yay, because I'm starving. Actually, I might need to make a little side dish because I'm starving just to munch on as we're going. I got my board and my veggies. We're doing Jay's favorite, squash. Okay, so we got squash, tomato, jalapeno, and some onion. And we do have some corn, but just give me a second, okay? If you guys are in here, if you don't mind, please drop them likes. I truly appreciate it. It goes a long way in this awesome world of online stuff. But go ahead and double tap that screen, okay? Just pop up really quick. I appreciate you, okay? I don't have a knife. I have everything but a knife. Give me a second, okay? Did you guys read the title? Let me tell you guys, I went down a rabbit hole yesterday, okay? So, let me just go ahead and start by saying, this is interesting, okay? It got me like really thinking, really thinking. To start off with, how many times have we said, fuck it, let's go, what are the odds, right? Or, man, what are the odds we run into this person? Or, what are the odds that, you know, this or this will happen? A lot. I say that a lot. I want to give you guys an example. We had just moved into this house. And from my understanding, I didn't know anybody that lived in this area, not family members or anything like that. So we go out to have breakfast. And where we go happens to be closed. So we're heading back and we're gonna be going to Black Bear Diner or some shit like that, right? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, some 15-year-old panics, hits the gas and crashes into us. And it's a pretty bad crash, you know, like the whole car was totaled. The kids were in there, my hand broke, it was a mess. But in that exact moment that we crashed, guess who was passing by? My cousin. Not my like third cousin of whoever, my cousin, my first cousin, who happened to realize when they were like slowly driving by that it was me in the car. So he pulls over and helps us, which thank God, because like I had to be taken in the hospital, my eldest, we both had to, and then the other kids needed to go home because, you know, they were scared and whatever. And he gave them a ride home, but what are the odds, right? What are the odds? A lot of us have these freaking stories that are like, you know, it just doesn't really, what are the odds, right? What are the freaking odds? Hi, Desi, Dr. Parth, welcome in. That's right, they're cutting the cucumber. Makes me shiver. Well, it's not a cucumber, it's a Mexican squash. It's a squash. Let me fix this. But, so yeah, what are the odds is basically what got me going on this whole thing last night. It was, okay, it was like, what the hell? You know, how many times does this happen where you're doing something random and it just makes no sense? It's nothing different, nothing special. It turns out my cousin lives like 2 blocks from me, okay? And we hadn't ran into each other. I didn't know he lived on this side. And him leaving his house at the exact time that would cause him to see the car accident happen and drive by slowly and see us there. Yeah. So then it got me thinking into Murphy's Law, right? Have you guys heard of Murphy's Law? You probably haven't heard of it as Murphy's Law. You've heard of it as if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Like, hey, if shit's gonna go bad, it's gonna go bad. That kind of thing. So then, hi Corey, welcome in. Gina, Martin, I missed you guys. I feel like I haven't been live in a long time. Wild, right? Haven't I? I don't know when the last one was. Anyways, So Murphy's Law, right? So I start learning about it, and it's actually a pretty recent like saying made by some like space dude, and it was like in the 1940s that anybody started saying Murphy's Law, right? Which is cool. I mean, it makes sense because how many times does shit just happen to go wrong for no fucking reason, right? You guys, if you don't mind, please double tap that screen. It goes a really long way. I appreciate you. You'll get a nice little animation. So, I started Murphy's Law. Why was the car? It's gone rain. Yes, yes, Gina. You wash the car and all of a sudden you're in the desert and it's raining. Yeah. Thank you, Olivia. I'm glad you made it. Okay, so after I was into like the whole Murphy Law and stuff, and I was like, dang, that's like legit. I was like, okay, well, what other things have happened that are like, what the hell? So if you guys don't know, back in the day when cars were barely being created, when you had to crank it, it had no windshield, no seat belts, and it was just a rickety old car. There was only 2 made in the same city, and they managed to find each other and crash. What are the odds, you guys? A whole world, a whole city, and you managed to find the other one car in existence and crash into it? Come on. None of you guys, and it wasn't, these cars did not go fast, you guys, okay? They were going like super slow. They could have been like, I'll go that way, you go that way. No, they just probably panicked and just went head first. Nonsense. Well, let me talk to you about, and I might mispronounce this a little, so don't hold it too against me, but it's called the Tree of Ténéré. The Tree of Ténéré. Tenere. I'm gonna say that's what it is. Okay, now this tree, it's part of the acacia tree family, so it sort of looks like the tree from Lion King. Okay, circle of life. You know the one where the baboon lives in, and it's like huge, and it has the leaves that like sort of spread out like that. It's part of that family. Okay. Hi Jane, the squash looks so tasty, isn't it? It is in perfect timing right now. And it was expensive as hell. I had to pay like $1 each, which was wild. So we got 3. And we're gonna make it last. That's why we're cutting it in itty bitty squares, so it feels like it's a lot. Anyways, so it's part of the acacia tree. And this tree is isolated, okay? It's in the Sahara Desert of Nigeria, okay? In the desert of Nigeria, Sahara Desert. So unless you guys have like been under a rock or something, you know that one that we see on like TV and news where it's like a bunch of sand everywhere. There's nothing. There's no little bushes, no little plants, no trees, no. It's not like Arizona desert. Okay, this is the one we see on TV that looks pretty cool, you know. And you start thinking, or whatever. Okay, so it's isolated. It's 250 miles from anything. Okay, anything, nothing. 250 miles away from rivers, oceans, water, houses, freaking bushes, trees. This poor lonely tree is in the middle of nowhere by itself with sand and the sun. Okay, that's it. That's all there is. So he's just there for centuries, okay? This tree was dated to be centuries old. It's lived empires. It's outlived the Romans. It's outlived freaking everything, okay? This tree has seen it all. It was probably around, don't quote me on this, maybe when dinosaurs were still like out there and there was actually, instead of sand, there was, you know, like a forest or something. It was there for a long fucking time. Now, of course, like we mentioned, what are the odds, right? What are the odds? It's still gonna be there because this tree was used on like in freaking French maps. Like the French, to try to find themselves in the middle of the Sahara Desert, were used it as a guide. not only them, for centuries, humans that had caravans and, were trekking through the desert in order to find out where they were, they used this as a stopping point, which probably helped, camels and stuff like that or whatever was out there to get like a little bit of a respite from the sun because it gave shade. It gave shade. There we go. So it was very significant, very important. You can find documentations of it for centuries. Okay, the roots were so deep. It was about 100 and hold on, I wrote this down. The roots of this tree were 118 feet deep underground to get the water. 118 feet. Okay, and yeah. So, anyways, you guys get it, right? Important tree, been there for a long time. Whatever. In 1973, a drunk truck driver crashed into the tree. You're telling me that this tree that's in the middle of nowhere, 250 miles away from anywhere, okay? 200 that way, 250 that way. This drunk dude managed to find the tree and hit it. And not just hit it, like knock it down. It trashed the tree. The tree is now dead. Because what are the odds? This guy could have kept going any other way and just been like sand dune, sand dune, sand dune. There's a tree. I'm going there. I'm going to knock that tree down. Why? This tree had history. This tree saw stuff. Okay, it had stories. Anyways, in the place of the tree now, they took the remains of the tree and it's actually in the Nigerian museum, so people can go see the remains of the tree because it's very significant, like it's been around for centuries. It was around for centuries, and they replaced it with a metal sculpture. So I dare another drunk driver to go try to hit that metal sculpture because the damage will be for you, not for the metal. Okay, a tree that adapted to its environment to get hit by a truck. It's sad, Gina. What the fuck are the odds? Really? It could have been hit by lightning, a wild dust storm. I don't know, some kind of, plants get like worms or whatever, or just die or rot or whatever. No, drunk driver. That's what had to happen. So, then, I don't know if you guys read the title, okay? We're also going to talk about the Wizard of Oz and how does this all wrap together? Stay tuned and please go ahead and give it a double tap on the screen so you can see exactly why. Okay. Anyways, so then after that, I was like, what the hell else has happened that's a coincidence? Like, what else is going on that's weird out there? So then I start reading about this ship that sinks, right? And like it's everywhere, okay? Ships sink everywhere. But let me tell you a little more, okay? In December 5th, 1964, this ship sank off the coast of Wales in the Menai Strait. I'm not quite sure where that is, but it's off the coast of Wales, okay? And there was 81 people that, they didn't make it. I don't know if the censorship is on here. They passed away, okay, in the wreckage. Except for one person. His name was Hugh Williams. Hugh Williams. And he survived the wreckage, lived a happy life, whatever. Now, in December 5th, again, but this year was 1785, okay? December 5th, 1785. Another ship sinks. And you're like, oh, wow, the coincidence is the date, right? No. That's not the only coincidence. It sinks in the same place off the coast of Wales in the Menai Strait. In the coast of the, Menai Strait. I gotta get that right. Same place, right? On December 5th, 1785. A couple years later. Same day though, right? And unfortunately, everybody in that wreckage passed except for one person. Guess what his name was? Jen, I hope you're having a great day. Love your story time. Thank you, Lars. I am having a great day. For being a Monday, I'm pretty happy. So, I know historical cheese made, you guys. So, if you guys don't mind, put it on the chat. Who do you think survived? Who do you think? Who do you think was it? Give you guys a second while I finish my mic wash. Don't worry, these are all rinsed, by the way. We're good. Did you guys figure it out yet? Hugh Williams, Gina. Hugh fucking motherfucker Williams. Was he a descendant? I don't know. But it was Hugh Williams survived. Hugh Williams are survivors, okay? If you guys are ever in, need of a name for a child, maybe think about Hugh Williams because that name survives, okay? Okay, but you would think that the coincidence end there, right? No. No. So, then in 1820, another shipwreck. Same place, different day. Same one person surviving, Hugh Williams. Okay, that makes 3 times, right? 3 times. Como dicen, lightning doesn't hit in the same spot or whatever. It fucking did, okay? It hit 3 times. Now you would think, this is the end of the story, right, Jean? Like, this can't keep freaking happening. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Come on. There's no way. Jean, please. Don't lie to us. One more time. On August 19th, 1989, August 19th, 1989, a coal bar sunk, which I believe it's one of those boats that they just pile everything on top. Like sometimes they have trash, sometimes they have coal, one of those. Well, guess where this coal bar ship sinks? Same place. Same fucking place. It sinks. But this time, there's 2 survivors. Okay? This time, there's 2 survivors. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. So, like, that was the end, right? One of them is named Hugh Williams. That's it. The other guy's just some other guy that tagged along, right? No. Both survivors were named Hugh Williams. I'm gonna let you guys marinate on that one. Hugh motherfucking Williams. 2 of them were named Hugh Williams. And they both survived. Right? Yeah, right there, that's where the story ends so far. The last time that happened and there was a Hugh Williams was 1989. So if there is a Hugh Williams out there seeing this, maybe stay away from boats. I mean, we know you're going to survive, but why are we going to gamble it, okay? It's already happened, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 times? Do we really want to gamble 5 in a row? You're out there, Hugh. No boats for you, sir. You know what? As a matter of fact, maybe even stay away from planes and just that whole area right there. Just stay away from it, okay? It'll be better. Safer. Let's not play with destiny, right? Hey, Augustine, welcome in. But I feel out of this world antics. Yeah. There's some like weird shit happening all the time, right? What are the odds? What are the odds? I don't know. I'm not a mathematician like that to be like, okay, there's this many people. Could that have happened? Yeah, I don't know what the odds are. But yeah. So this isn't the only thing I started like, I kept going because I was like, okay, that last one was really, really fucking wild. I was like, is there even more that get a little like Final Destination-y? A little strange, a little like, Well, now let's go into the Wizard of Oz, you guys. I know you guys like the Wizard of Oz. Everybody likes the Wizard of Oz. Nathan loves the Wizard of Oz. I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Not a big fan. But Did you guys know, besides everything that happened on set, with like the witch catching fire and like really wild accidents happening in there? So, the actor Frank Morgan, don't know if you guys remember the guy, he plays 5 different characters in The Wizard of Oz. So, he does the cabbie, a guard, the doorkeeper, and he's actually Oz in the original Wizard of Oz. Does that ring any bells for you guys? Like who this guy is? No, maybe. Okay. So this guy, he was also not just those other ones, but the last character he played on The Wizard of Oz was the fortune teller. In the very beginning. So they wanted him to have like a very sophisticated but shaggy, but like I don't know, just like an out there kind of vibe and look for him. So obviously they took very good care of what kind of wardrobe he was going to wear and what he was going to use, right? I should have started with the hard stuff instead of started with the soft stuff. Give me a second, let me move this over. Nice. Okay, so where were we? The Wizard of Oz, I think. I can quit looking at this. Is it making you hungry? Okay, so the Wizard of Oz, right? Obviously, they wanted him to have a specific look because, you can't have him dressed up in his 9 to 5 clothes. He has to have a look if he's a fortune teller or whatever. So the people, they do a lot of like searching stores, thrift stores, things like that, just trying to find the right outfit. They finally find this like cool overcoat, I think they're called, like part of a suit type of look. Well, he sure did play all the roles. Yeah, he did. He was really good at it too. I never caught on actually. When I watched The Wizard of Oz, I didn't realize he was all those characters. I wasn't, I guess, paying much attention, but obviously it was him in different roles. So, yeah, they wanted all this stuff. They found a coat in a secondhand store, thrift store. Probably not Goodwill, because I don't think Goodwill existed back in the day. So they found a coat and they're like, this is it, it's gonna look cool, here you go, right? So he's like doing his acting in it, whatever, that one day, and then he gets hot because it's a hot day while they're filming. So in one of the breaks, he takes the coat off, and when he takes it off, he like wiggles it out, so like it goes inside out. When you're not being so careful that the sleeve and whatever comes inside out, that's what happens. When he does that, he sees there's a name written on it, on like the tag. Guess what name it is? Guess what name it is? L. Frank Boom, or Bomb. Bomb Boom. L. Frank Baum. Guess who the author of The Wizard of Oz is? L. Frank Baum, or Bohm. I can't pronounce it right. Anyways, turns out that the people liked the jacket from the secondhand store that belonged to the writer of The Wizard of Oz to be in the Wizard of Oz movie. What the fuck are the odds? You're gonna tell me that out of all the coats in the thrift store, out of all the thrift stores, out of all the jackets, all the stuff he could have donated or kept or given to his children, he gave the one that the wardrobe was going to be like, dang, this is going to be perfect for that outfit, for the fortune teller, for this movie. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are the odds? It was like a little piece of him in the movie. Well, obviously the whole movie is a piece of him, right? But like, yeah, that jacket that he wore in there was actually from the writer, The Wizard of Oz. That's just wild. So, and it's not like they asked him for it or anything like that, or intended. It was total coincidence. Which, yeah, that one really blew my mind. I was like, What are the odds? Because it's California, it's LA. There's a lot happening there, you know? It could have been anything else. Any other wardrobe, anything. It just happened to be the actual writer of the movie they're filming. That's wild. So next time you like watch The Wizard of Oz, the original one, pay attention to the jacket. It was actually once owned by the author of The Wizard of Oz. So, yeah. That is the coincidence hole I went into. Wild, right? Wild. Uh-oh. I gotta stop talking. I'm gonna burn stuff. Oh my Lord. Oh my. Let's move you guys over, yeah? Excuse me. Nice. What you doing up there? Let me fix you guys. And you know what you're watching tonight? Good. The sizzle. Add some butter to it because I love the butter. Just a little bit of butter. A whole bunch of butter. So in conclusion, what does the Tenere Tree, Wizard of Oz, and Hugh Williams have in common? Not a goddamn thing except what the fuck are the odds, okay? That's what they have in common. What are the odds? What are the odds? I don't know. There's a mathematician out there. Let me know what the odds are because that's wild. 4 times in a row? 4 times in a row. Don't get me started on the videos I started watching on like TikTok. There's a lot of things that are like, what are the odds? Like people almost escaping like death, getting hit by a car, split decision, changes everything. It's Final Destination, man. Final Destination. Scary. Ooh, scary. How's your guys' day going? What are you guys eating? Forgot to get the spices out. Don't mind me. You know, those. Ooh, should we make it spicy? Why not? It's a little spice. Where the fudge nuts is the goddamn pepper. Oh, I found it. Found you, pepper. Pepper. One for you. Oh. That's weird. Is it supposed to do that? Interesting. Does that mean it went bad? Try that again. Something tells me that the moment I get aggressive with it, I'm gonna make a mess. It's not mushy. Not good. I'm gonna say it's still good. Where is my lid? There we go. Let's put a little bit more oil. Do you add corn? Yes, I'm about to in a little bit. Extra olive. I like the flavor. Extra olive oil. Delicious. So, do you guys have any strange things that have happened in your life that you're like, yeah, that was strange. What are the odds? Yeah, and we got some left for my salad. So don't worry. Perfect. We are gonna need some. You might want some beans. He didn't say anything, so maybe no. The sound is yummy. I do love that damn sound. Reminds me of rain and sleeping in peace. Remember when I was like, hey, did you guys know it's deep fried chicken sounds? Wild. Want to make a salad with me? I'm hungry. Like hungry. Oh no, we have a little bit of salad. Not this one. Get a good plate. Nice. Ooh, I want some chicken. I like to taste the juice just to make sure it's good. It's good. we all know that in lunchtime, it's hard to get everything done. I've freaked people out by answering questions before they get a chance to answer them. No, that's perfect. Just means you have ADHD. You already know what's happening. You already answered the question before the question was asked, before anything. People just need to catch up to you. Now, do I have meal prep chicken for when I'm really hungry and I got no patience? I sure do. Healthy handful of chips. Cheese time. Actual women. And cheese. Fresh cheese is so amazing. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, he's so smooth. One piece for you. One for me. One piece for you. Oh, one for me. Or just me. You guys, if you don't mind dropping those likes, double tap the screen, goes a long way. And I don't want to. Yes, yes. It opens up the pores. My head is cracking a lot. I don't know if I should be worried it's gonna pop or something, or just ignore it. Is it normal? I don't know. There you go. Sorry, I didn't realize that the machine was going. Mix it in a bit. And obviously you add some more once you serve it. I have some in here too. Let's serve the man a little bit. A little sakachis. There'll probably some pepper. This bowl must be too big for him. Let's get him something small. This small, huh? He'd be so mad. What is this? What is this? That's why I'm not allowed to get the desserts anymore, remember? Because of the itty bitties. Alright. Stringy cheese. Delicious. Cover you up. And move you to the side so I don't forget. Let's add some more cheese though. Let's be honest. We know he wants more cheese. Service fee. It's the service fee. What do you guys think? Delish? Amazing? Voy a quemar, but it's worth it. Worth the third degree burns. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Lars. Give me a second. Let me go drop this off for him. All right. So I am going to eat that, but I want to eat my salad first. Let's go. Hi. Don't think I forgot about you guys. Come on. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Let's eat sin le papa. Plus, I do have something else I want to talk to you guys about. What time is it? Damn it, why does my time go by so fast? Lunch. Never enough time. Never. Can I see my salad? Sort of. Maybe. So I see it. Okay, so I gotta clean that up. I'll be fine. So have you this other conversation? If you're squeamish or don't like any gore or anything like that, this might be the part where you just want to double tap the screen and head out. But it's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad. There we go. So don't get too scared, okay? It's not crazy, but I know some people are like super, super squeamish. But this on the scale is probably like a 1, let's be honest. Oh no, it's dying. Thank you, Jessica. Okay, so have you guys ever heard of the body farm? The body farm. Body farm? No? Maybe? Some of you guys heard something, but not all of it. So, the body farm is in the back roads. I wrote it down just so we can all know where it is, okay? It's in the back roads outside of San Marcos, Texas, okay? It's called the Freeman Center, aka the Body Farm. Is that a cilantro lime? It sure is the avocado lime from Chipotle. Oh, Chick-fil-A. Same name. At least in my brain, it sounds the same. So yeah, the Body Farm. It's in San Antonio. Technically, it's called the Freeman Center, but everybody calls it the Body Farm apparently, because you'll see. So this Freeman Center is 26 acres. Okay, 26 acres, and it's home to currently 50 decomposing bodies. Okay, currently. I would start off with the back roads. the back roads. So, currently 26 acres, and it's home to about 50 decomposing bodies at the moment, okay? So, it's a farm for bodies, but it's meant as a research research farm, I guess. And it's funded by the Texas State University. So have you ever, because I watch a lot of true crime, have you ever wondered, like, okay, this body was so bad, and how did they figure out that it was out there for 10 months if there was no meat or anything left on it? Or how did they figure out how long, whatever? Because, usually you can figure out the time of death based on the temperature or the decomposition of the body and stuff like that. But sometimes you can get these bodies that are just wildly like out there. Not everybody dies at home or in a house and immediately the cops call, or you call the cops and they take them away. And sometimes they're not stuff. People are unfortunately out there in the middle of nowhere. Oh. Do I have black eyeliner or shadow? Right. It's brown today. It's brown. And unless you guys noticed, I got my contacts. I can wear glasses now, like sunglasses. Nice, huh? Anyways, back to the body farm, or back to the back roads. So this has all these bodies, and they're all donated to science. And they are all set up out there in different situations, like what happens in half swamp, half off. What happens if they're fully buried? What happens if they're just partially buried or under leaves, or different situations. And some of them are caged off because like they'll put like a little protection cage because they want to see what happens to it if animals don't get to the body, like if it's just insects that help decompose the body. How will it look that way? The sun hits the body 24/7 in the middle of summer. What happens to the stuff then? So all these questions, wild stuff that not everybody in their right mind will be like, damn, I wonder how a corpse looks like that, It's just things that eventually will be needed by science. So that's what they're studying out there. Just random situations, things that they can be like, okay, well, this might help us in some case in the future to figure out who the body is, how long it was out there for, right? What really got me though is that this place has been open since 2008. And when you donate your body to science, or like you put organ donor, you don't necessarily get to choose what happens to your body, right? So what I started thinking was there has to be people that are like, I want it to go to science. I want it to actually be something useful. So as of right now, about 200 people, living people, have decided to pre-register their bodies to this, to donate their bodies to this cause, which is great. They decided, hey, I'm not going to be using my body no more. You guys do it, right? But yeah, so there's 200 people already going eventually there. And it might sound gross, but it's really useful, What I'm wondering is, how cut off is this place? Because when I was learning and watching it online, the gate was right open. The gate was right open to go into that field, into that farm. And the people were like, we're not going to trespass. We're not going to go in there. But any other weirdo can be like, ooh, it's one of those drive-through zoos, or if they're lost and they're like, oh, I need help. Can you imagine if you don't know what this place is, you don't know anything, and you're just trying to get some help, and you think, hey, maybe there's a house at the end of this road. You just start driving through it. I don't know. It looked a little too open for me. I think it needs to be a tad bit more closed off. Oh. What do I know? Maybe that was the intention, right? For scavengers to be able to go in there. But yeah, interesting facts, right? Right, Lars? Wait a minute, isn't that from Eurovision? Lars? It is. Volcano Man. It reminds me of my college anatomy class, the smell. I have smelled that smell too. I am very aware. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just on there, the people were like, the gate was right open. They could have driven in there. So I was like, and it's true, the smell. So if they have 50 decomposing bodies at different stages, that smell's going to be horrible. Do they have neighbors? I know they said it's the back roads, but Smell can sometimes travel if it's windy. Can you imagine if it's like only a couple, miles that way, and all of a sudden you're like enjoying your backyard and you get that smell? I don't know. That's really uncool. I hope not. I hope nobody lives by there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But touching on the topic again, remember how I said when you put organ donor or you donate your body to science, you don't specifically know what you're donating it to. Like they could just do whatever they want. Did you hear about that poor lady that they basically strapped a bomb to her and just her body? She donated to science. And the son was like, I want to bury her, please don't do that. Please, that's not what we wanted. Can we please have the body back? And they're like, it's a little too late. We already used it for science. And he's like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, we wanted to see what happened to a body if a rocket, or I don't know if it was a rocket or a bomb. I read this one a long time ago. And yeah, that's what they did. Sort of like in the cartoons, when you're like in a chair and they put a rocket like that. What was the need of science for that? Why would we need to know that? That was messed up. I believe he sued, if I'm not mistaken. Because there was really no need to figure out what happens to a body like that. Because obviously you're not going to survive having a rocket or a bomb strapped to you, So that was really uncool. That was horrible. And I hope he wins if he did sue them, because that was not science. That was just some crazy person being like, I wonder what happens. We didn't need to know that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what? I gotta hurry and eat my food. If you guys don't mind double tapping that screen, I truly appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm gonna have to scarf down my food to go back to work. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Feels like a good day today, right? Don't let nobody ruin it for you. Love you guys. Have a good day. Hope my little fun facts, I don't know, helped you out. Bye. Thanks for stopping.